my name's Naina and today I'm going to be talking about the Ki Live Malt by Amrutam. So the Ki Live Malt is an Ayurvedic supplement that's specifically designed for people suffering with liver disorders. Now I'm going to talk about how you can recognise if you are suffering with liver disorders, but one thing I want to mention now is that don't stop listening or stop watching if you think the liver has nothing to do with you. Because the liver is actually a master organ and it's involved in so many systems of our body, it's really important to understand which systems they are so that you can look out for the symptoms of a sluggish liver. So why is this important? Well, if we look at the functions of the liver, we can understand this. The liver is involved in producing and destroying our red blood cells. It's also involved in digesting food so that we have proper rasa to nourish the rest of our dhatus. It's involved in having quality Ranjaka pitta, which is a subtype of pitta which imparts a glow to our skin and it imparts a colour to our excretions. It's really important for our immunity by providing Rakta Ojas and producing mast cells. And it's also important for our digestion of fats. So when we eat something oily or fried, it's the liver's job to convert those fats into a digestible substance for our body. So a sluggish liver can be linked to many disorders to do with skin conditions, blood conditions, pitta imbalances, anemia, and deficiencies when you're not absorbing nutrients properly from the body. It can be highly linked to chronic fatigue syndrome too. Now, the interesting thing is that I think we can go on a long time having all these really subtle symptoms and not realizing that it's our liver that actually needs a little bit of a reboot in order to reset the system. And then we can end up solving many problems just from doing one thing. What are the slight symptoms of having a liver disorder? Fatigue, so when you feel tired a lot, maybe you're eating large meals and you're not able to digest them fully. So not being able to have a heavy meal is another sign that the liver is behaving a little bit sluggishly. Itchy skin, dry skin, so when you're having a lot of skin problems. Breakouts, so when there's a lot of spots and acne, we can also link this into the liver. Anemia, thirst, weight loss, and nausea and vomiting. Sometimes you might be burping a lot too. And then we go on to the more severe signs of a liver problem, which would be like really dark urine, grey stools, fever, cough, like these things are really bad, and then you have to go to the medical room. But why do we let ourselves get to that point? We should definitely start looking at the liver from now rather than always keeping the liver running on this like half level. So when the liver is working really well, you'll be getting the maximum nutrients from your food. You'll have like more energy, more vitality, because your blood is what brings vitality to your body. And when it's vitiated, then this is when a lot of issues can arise, not just in your physical being, but in your whole like energy and what you give to life. And you don't want to be working at like a 10, you want to move up and work at a much higher level. So what causes our liver to become sluggish? Well, actually a lot of it's to do with lifestyle factors. So it's when we're not eating the right foods, incompatible foods, a very acidic diet, and obviously alcohol consumption too, being very stressed out too. You also might notice some circulation problems too. So a lot of people think that this is a Vata condition, and it is because circulation is to do with movement, but actually Ranjaka pitta is what gives the push to the blood through the heart. So when the Ranjaka pitta is not working as well as it should and it's not full in its full vitality, you will not be able to get that push into the blood to be able to push it around the body, to give life, to give energy into the cells and pump things around. You might be feeling really tired, so really sluggish, especially after eating a large meal or just generally, in the mornings and not being able to wake up properly. So there's an emotional aspect to the liver too. The liver is the seat of anger. It's also connected to the spleen, which is on the opposite side, and that's also the seat of hate. So it's really quite powerful organ in that sense, that it carries those emotions. So if there's repressed or unresolved or experiences that you're still carrying because you're still angry about it, your liver is going to be suffering the consequences of that, and it won't be able to work as efficiently as it should be. So I've been taking the Key-Live Malt myself because I noticed a lot of subtle signs and symptoms. I'm a Pitta Prakriti, so blood disorders are very, very likely to happen with my constitution. So those that are Pitta types, you will also notice this too. So skin breakouts are going to be more likely, allergies, like there's quite a fight in the body when it goes out of balance. And I just thought, okay, let's give the malt a go at a much lower dose than usual. And I've noticed a really, really significant improvement in myself. I definitely feel that things are coming out emotionally and physically, and I'm having a lot more energy and clarity in the way I'm thinking and navigating. So when we take these malts, it's really important to know that when we're doing this, the body is going to be detoxifying. There's some wonderful ingredients in this that are really good for reducing the pitta in the body and balancing it out. And they have like a quality to restore the blood to its clean, like it cleans the blood essentially. There's a really lovely ingredient in there also that destroys armor. So when interestingly, when mast cells, they're the immune cells from the liver, when they have a coating of armor, they are not going to be able to have their function properly in the immune system, which can result in you having allergies and reactions. So there's an ingredient in here that really helps to destroy that armor, so you can really start to build your immunity and strength. I would recommend that you can take this malt maybe once or twice a day. I take mine with some warm milk, but maybe you can have it with hot water too. And you can just see how you go with it. But one thing is to be aware of is, remember, the body will be detoxifying. So if you start breaking out or start having these emotions and things come up, support yourself, be kind to yourself. You can still carry on, but definitely take more rest and more contemplation time. Don't run away from your emotions and feelings. Don't try to distract yourself from it. Go into it and just let things ride out. So interestingly, with toxins, when we're taking Ayurvedic medicine, it's not just from how you've been living in the last year or two when your symptoms came up. It starts to go really deep into your tissues, like the deeper tissues, like the bones, the bone marrow, the reproductive tissues, and it starts to get the armor out of those areas. So it's past stuff. It's not from just the most recent part of your life. It could be from how you've treated your body years ago too. But better late than never to start detoxifying, and even if you do it on a small level daily, at least you're doing something. And remember, the liver is an organ that can only take so many hits. So it's an amazing organ in the sense that it regenerates itself when it's feeling tired. But after so many goes, if it has to keep working hard, it becomes very tired, and that's when it's called a sluggish liver. So it's best to work on your liver from now and give it a little bit of a boost so that you can get it working at its optimum level, and it takes a nice rest and a detoxification. So there are diet and lifestyle recommendations when you're having liver problems. So I would definitely recommend them with these. In terms of diet, you want to include more red rice, green mung, pomegranate, raisins, sugarcane juice, and bottle gourd, which is also known as doodhi. So include more of these foods into your diet, and definitely avoid salty foods, fried and oily foods, and alcohol. In terms of lifestyle, you want to make sure that you're reducing the amount of stress that you're exposed to, and you've provided yourself a really nourishing environment for things to come out. When we're trying to get rid of excess pitta, things like moving your body is good, so sweating a lot. You can go for a run, or you can do something that involves you getting that spirit back up again and sweating quite a lot. Pranayama can be very, very useful in blood disorders too. So Kapalbhati and Nadi Shodhana are pranayams that are very good for detoxifying the body and cleaning the blood. So get good proper rest, make sure that you're sleeping properly, eating properly and looking after your emotional health alongside this malt with the proper diet and support, and you'll notice that you'll be feeling much better in no time. So if you've got any more questions about sluggish liver, you're more than welcome to write to me or the team at Amrutam, and we'd be happy to help you and answer. So good luck if you're going to take the malt, and I hope that it brings lots of energy and vitality. We're so lucky to have these herbs in our lives that are allowing us to heal ourselves. So honour that and be grateful and enjoy your life. So I'll see you next time. I'm going to be talking about the hemp Kuntul hair spa.